Hello my dear students, welcome again to my class. On our last class we have started chapter number 9. The name of the chapter was percentage and its application. So completed up to exercise 9D question number 5. This is the third part of this chapter, percentage and its application. So now we'll start from question number 6, exercise 9D. So the question is, Sarita brought eggs at rupees 8.40 a dozen. So the cost of 1 dozen is equals to 8.40 rupees. 8.40 rupees. That means 1 dozen equals to 12 units. That means 12 eggs. So and makes at what price per 100 must she sell them so as to earn the profit of 15%. So first of all I will find the cost of 1 egg, then I will find the cost of 100 egg, then I will find by putting the profit this formula we will find the value. So write, given cost of a dozen egg. Cost of a dozen eggs is equals to rupees 8.40. Cost of a dozen eggs is equals to rupees 8.40. Therefore, cost of a dozen. So in place of one dozen, we know it is a 12 units. So we'll simply find the cost of 1 egg will be equals to rupees this one divided by 12. Why 12? Because 1 dozen equals to 12 units. So if I simply divide, we know 12 sevens are 84, 0.4 decimal is there. So it is rupees 0.7. 12 sevens are 84. Okay, now we'll find the cost of 100x. The question is to find the cost of 100x. So if we find the cost of 100x, then only we can find the SP at a rate of profit 15%. So cost of 100x is equals to cost of 100x is rupees 0.7 into 100. It is rupees 70, because it will be 700. Then before one place I have to put the decimal, so no need to write that part. It is rupees 70. So now we have got the cost price. Cost price it is rupees 70. So you write therefore cost price is rupees 70. Profit is given as percent is given as 15%. So we'll find the SP, selling price. We know the formula of SP. It is 100 plus profit percent by 100 into CP. So simply we'll write selling price. Therefore selling price will be equals to 100 plus profit percent. Profit percent is 15. I am writing directly 100 plus 15 by 100. 100 plus profit percent by 100 into cost price. It is 70. So you see, I can cancel this 0 and this 0, and again 1 0 left. And sorry, what I wrote. Okay, you write it like this. Let it be. So 100 plus 15, it is 115. They are left 10. And they are left 7. 115 into 7. So you simply keep this one, let it be here 10. It will be easy to divide by 10. So if I simply write it 10 here, so 7 5s are 35, 3 in my hand, 7 1s are 7, 8 9 10, 0 1 in my hand, 7 1s are 7 and 1 8. 805 by 10, which I can write as 80.5. Therefore SP is equals to rupees 80.50, 50 pice, 80.50. So this is the SP. Question is to find the selling price at so that the profit is 15%. So first of all we will find the cost price of 100x, then we will there it is given 15%. So we know the formula 100 plus profit percent by 100 into cost price. Cost price it was 70. So simply I solved this one and I got SP as rupees 80.50. So now question number 7. If the CP of 6 article is equals to SP of 4 articles, find the gain percent. So this is a very important sum. Same sum you will get in class 8 also. So you be attentive. So here we let the CP as rupees 1. First of all, we will let the cost price of one article as rupees 1. So let the CP of one article be rupees 1 rupee 1. So the cost of one article be rupees 1. So you see the question carefully. It is given if the CP of 6 article is equals to the SP of 4 articles. SP of 4 articles. So always you see which part is given. SP is given SP of 4 articles. So I will take out the CP of these 4 articles. It will be easy. In place of SP, you simply find out the CP of these articles. This how many articles given? 4 articles. SP of 4 articles. So I will find the CP of 4 articles. So therefore the CP of 4 article equals to rupees 1 into 4, which is equals to rupees 4. So this is the cost price of 4 articles. So now it is given in the question that SP of 4 articles is equals to the cost price of 6 articles. So we can write, since SP of 4 articles equals to the CP of 6 articles. CP of 6 articles. So we know they will let their CP of 1 article is rupees 1. That means CP of 6 articles will be rupees 6. CP of 6 article is, so there we got the SP of 4 article, it is rupees 6, and CP of 4 article is rupees 4. So now you see cost price is smaller than the selling price. That means there is a profit. In question also it is given that find the gain percent. That means there is a profit. So no need to write this one. Simply I will write therefore gain equals to, gain will be selling price minus cost price. Selling price it is rupees 6 minus 4, which is equals to rupees 2. So the question is to find the gain percent. So therefore you write in the next line, therefore gain percent equals to total profit by cost price. Cost price is rupees 4. Total profit by cost price into 100 and then percentage sign. So if I simply cancel this one, 4 25s are 100. 25 into 2 it is 50%. 25 into 2 it is 50%. Therefore the gain percent is 50%. First of all, I let the CP of one article as rupees 1. The question is given that CP of 6 articles is equals to the SP of 4 articles. That's why SP is given 4 articles. So you can easily find 6, but that's why I found the CP of these 4 articles. CP of 4 articles is 4 and SP of 4 articles is 6. SP minus CP, this is the gain, and gain percent is equals to 50%. Now question number 8. A man buys trophy at rupees a man buys trophies at 10 for rupees 3. That means for rupees 3 he bought 10 trophies and sells them at 8 for rupees 3, and sell them at rupees for 8 trophies it cost rupees 3. The selling price was rupees 3. So find the gain percent. Yes, he was in a gain. You can see that he brought 10 for rupees 3 and then he sold 8 for rupees 3. That means there was a gain. So question is to find the gain percent. Question number 8. So you write given CP of so you find the cost price of 10 toffee is given. CP of 10 toffee is given as rupees 3. That means cost price of 1 toffee will be, first of all you find the cost price of 1 toffee is rupees 3 by 10. 3 by 10, you keep it here. So again it is given that SP of 8 toffee. So you find, there you find the CP of 1 toffee. So in the same way we will find the selling price of 1 toffee, and SP of 8 toffees, it is given as rupees 3. Therefore SP of 1 toffee, SP of 1 toffee is equals to rupees 3 by 8. 3 by 8. So now we know how to find the gain. Gain is equals to SP minus SP of 1 toffee, it is 3 by 8. CP of 1 toffee, it is 3 by 10. So this is our cost price, this is our selling price. So we know how to find the gain. Gain is equals to SP minus CP. Therefore gain equals to SP minus CP. SP it is given as 3 by 8. So you write rupees 3 by 8 minus 3 by 8 minus 3 by 10. 3 by 8 minus 3 by 10. So if I take the LCM, it will be rupees, LCM will be 8 and 10, it is 40. So 8 5s are 40, 5 3s are 15, minus, and 10 4s are 40, 10 4 3s are 12. That means answer is rupees 3 by 40. 3 by 40. So this is the gain. Gain is 3 by 40. So now the question is to find the gain percent. Gain percent we know, total gain. Gain how much? 3 by 40 by cost price. Cost price it is 3 by 10. That means 3 by 40 divided by 3 by 10 into 100. Gain by cost price. Gain by cost price into 100. So this is the gain, this is the cost price. So we'll put this one in the formula. Therefore gain percent equals to, this is the your gain. So gain you write here 3 by 40, and this is your cost price, it is 3 by 10 into 100, and percentage sign will be there. Again you see, this is the gain, this is the cost price, 3 by 40 divided by 3 by 10. So you see, this is 3 by 40, that means 3 by 40 I can write like this, and it is 3 by 10. So if I simply write it one, there 3 will be there, and this 10 will go in the denominator into 100. 3 by 40, 3 by 40, and 3 by 10, 3 by 10. So I wrote it like this. So now I can cancel. You see 1 0 1 0 cancel, 4 25s are 100, and this 3 and this 3 cancel. So they are only left 25, and they are nothing. That means answer is 25%. Answer is 25%. So now question number 9. A man sold 2 paintings at rupees 924 each. So both the paintings were 2 paintings were there, each cost 924. So on one he gained 20%, or other he lost 20%. So on the first painting he gained 20%, and on the next painting he lost 20%. So how much does he gain or loss in the whole transaction? So you have to find in the whole transaction how much he loss or gain. So from both the case, first of all we'll find the cost price, then we'll add the cost price, we'll get the total CP, and and total SP is it given 2 times of this one 924. For each painting it costs 924. There are 2 paintings, that means 2 into 924, or we can write 924 plus 924. Then we will get the total SP. Then we will see if CP is greater than SP, then it is a loss. If SP is greater than CP, then there is a gain. If loss is there, we will find the loss. If gain is there, we will find the gain. So let's do this one. So question number 9. So there are 2 paintings. So for first painting, I will solve this one. So you write, in case of first painting, so in case of first painting, SP so for both the painting it is same. So you write SP is equals to rupees 924. SP is equals to rupees 924. Gain percent is given as 20%. So we know how to find the cost price. Therefore CP equals to, for cost price, 100 by 100 plus gain percent into SP, it is 924. 100 by 100 plus gain percent into SP, it is 924. So now we will solve this one. It will be 100 by 120 into 924. So 1010 I can cancel. There are left 12 and there it is 10. So if I simply cancel this one with 2 5s are 10 and 2 6s are 12. With 6 I think I can cancel this one. So it will be 6 1s are 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 32. It is 6 5s are 30, 2 left, 24, 6 4s are 24. So with 6 I can cancel this one. It is 154. 154 into 5. There are 154, there are 5 left. So it will be equals to rupees 154 into 5. 5 4s are 20, 0, 2 in my hand. 5 5s are 25, 26, 27. Again 2 left, 5 1s are 5, 6, 7. So it is 770. The cost price of first painting, it is 770. So now we'll find the cost price of second painting. So now we'll find the cost price. So in case of second painting, SP to same, and there will be loss percent. Formula will also be same, and this part will change. So now in case of second painting, SP is given this one, loss percent is given as 20%. We know the formula of SP in case of loss. So we write it as 100 by 100 minus loss percent. It is 100 by 100 minus 20 into SP 924. So if I simply solve this one, it will be 100 by 100 minus 20. It is 80 into 924. 924 I can cancel 0 0. Then 2 5s are 2 4s are. With 4 I can cancel this one. 4 2s are 8, 12. 4 3s are 12 and 4 left, 4 1s are 4, 231. So 231 into 5, it is rupees 5 1s are 5, 5 3s are 15, 5 1 in my hand, 5 2s are 10 and 1 11. So it is 1155. The cost price of second painting, it is 1155. So first painting it was 770. For next painting it is 1155. So these are the two cost price. So now we will find the total CP. So now total cost price is equals to rupees 1155 plus 770. These are the two cost price. So it will be equals to 5 and 7 plus 5, it is 12, 1 in my hand, 7 plus 1 8 and 1 9, 1925, 1925. Now we'll find the total cost price and total SP selling price. Total SP is equals to rupees 924 for both the paintings. It was rupees 924. That means I will plus 924 plus 924, which will be equals to 4 plus 4, it is 8, 2 plus 2, 4, 9, 9, 18, 1848, 1848. It is 1848. So you see that cost price it is more, selling price it is less. That means there is a loss. So right, since CP is greater than SP, comma, it is a loss. Since CP is greater than SP, comma, it is a loss. So now we'll find the total loss. Question is to find the total loss. So therefore, total loss is equals to rupees, this one cost price is 925 minus selling price, it is 1848. So if I simply solve this one, subtract one from the other, it is 77. So answer is rupees 77. 1925 minus 1848, it is 77. So this is the total loss. The question is to find the total loss. Okay. So now question number 10. By selling a fan for rupees 1200, Karim lost 200. So his loss was 200 rupees. So find at what price must he sell to gain 10%. So first of all you have to find the cost price. If you find the cost price, then we can easily find the SP at a gain of 10%. So question number 10, you see it is given SP of fan, selling price of fan is given as rupees 1200. It is 1200, and since loss is given as rupees 200, so we know loss equals to cost price minus selling price. Loss equals to cost price minus selling price. So in place of loss I wrote CP minus SP, and it is given as rupees 200. So cost price minus selling price, it is 1200. So I write 1200 and there it is 200. So CP will be equals to 200 plus 1200. This one minus 1200. If it change the side, it will be plus 1200. So which is equals to 1400. So this is the cost price. This is the cost price. So now at a gain of 10%, we can find the selling price. Selling price formula, it will be 100 plus gain percent by 100 into into CP. So you write there. For now you can write as, now question is to find at a gain of 10%. So now to gain 10%, comma, SP will be equals to, we know the formula, it is 100 plus gain percent. Gain percent, it is 10 by 100 into cost price, it is 1400. Cost price, it is 1400. 100 plus gain percent by 100 into CP, cost price. So it will be 110 by 100 into 1400. So simply 2020 I can deduct 11 into 110 into 14. So if I simply 4 into 0, 0, 4 ones are 4, again 4, and there it is 1 1 0, it is 0 4, 4 and 1 5 1. So it is 1 5 and 4 0. So it is rupees 1540, 1540, but 1540. So this is the gain. Sorry, this is the selling price if the person wants to gain 10%. So now question number 14, it is given, 14 not, it is 11. So the shopkeeper buys rupees 50 per rim. So it is given 1 rim equals to 20 quails. At what price should he sell it to gain 20%? So there were how many quails? There are 20 quails. So first of all you write, since 1 rim equals to 20 quails, therefore that means the cost of 20 quails. So simply you write, I will not do this one, I will simply show you. You have to do this one. Question number 11. So first line you write it as, since 1 rim equals to 20 quails. So question is given that a shopkeeper buys 50 per rim. That means the cost of 20 quails for 1 rim it is 50. Since you write, since cost of 1 rim equals to rupees 50. That means cost of 1 rim means 20 quails. That so cost of 20 quails equals to rupees 50. Same though. 1 rim equals to 20 quails. In place of 1 rim we can write 20 quails. Then we can find cost of 1 quails. It will be 50 by 20. Then you simply solve this one. So this will be your cost price. This will be your cost price. Then gain is given 20%. So simply you find the selling price. Simply solve this one. 50 by 20. That means 5 by 2, which is equals to 2.5. So this is your cost price will be 2.5. Then simply gain is given 20%. So you simply solve this one. We know the formula how to find SP. SP equals to 100 plus gain percent. That means 110 by 100 into 2.5. You simply solve this one, you will get the answer. So now question number 18. Sanjay purchased 125 stools at the rate of 120 per stool. So the transport expenditure was rupees 250. He paid octroi at a rate of 2 per stool and coolie charge were rupees 250. So what should be the selling price of each stool if he wants to sell, if he wants to do a profit of 10%? So first of all we will find the cost price. Question number 18, given cost of each stool. Cost of each stool is rupees 125. It is 120, 25, 120. Cost of each stool is given as 120. So there were how many tools? 125. So therefore cost of 125 stools equals to rupees 120 into 125. It will be 125 into 120. Same thing. Okay. If I simply multiply it, 25, it will be 0 will be there. 12 5s are 60, 0, 6 in my hand, 12 2s are 24 plus 6, it is 30, 0, 3 in my hand, 12 1s are 12, 13, 14, 15, that means rupees 15,000. So the cost of 125 tools will be this one, it is 15,000. So now there are some expenditures given. So now we will calculate this expenditure and we will find the total cost price. So and transport expenditure is given, TRANSPORT, transport expenditure, EXPENDITURE. Transport expenditure is given as rupees 250. Then octroi charge. Octroi charges is octroi charge of per tool given of per stool is rupees 2. For per tool it is rupees 2. That means octroi charge of 125 stool will be rupees 125 into 2, that means rupees 250. Octroi charge of per stool is given rupees 2. The octroi charge of 125 stool, it will be 125 into 2, that means 250. So now coolie charge is also given, it is rupees 250, and coolie charge equals to rupees 250. Coolie charge is given as rupees 250. So you see, this one is one expenditure, this one is another, and this is the third. So these are the three expenditures. So this will come with the cost price, total cost price. So total cost price will be this one plus 250 plus 250 plus 250. So we'll find the total cost price. Or you can, first of all, you can find total expenditure and then we can add also. So it's up to you how you feel comfortable you do. So I'll do directly. So therefore total CP, you may find total expenditure also. It will be 250 plus 250 plus 250, that means 750. Then you can add total CP equals to this one plus 750, or you can add directly total CP. If you directly find out, it will be rupees 15,000 plus 250 plus 250 plus 250. So it will be rupees 15,750. 15,750. You can find total expenditure, this one plus this one plus this one, it will be 750. Then you can find this one total CP, or you can directly add with that cost price, you can add the other expenditure directly and you can find the total CP. So now given that it is our CP, now it is 15,750. So this is our cost price, and gain percent, the profit percent, it is given as 10%. So we will find the selling price at a rate of 10% profit, and profit equals to profit percent equals to 10%. Profit percent equals to 10%. Therefore SP will be equals to, we know the formula of SP. SP, it is 100 plus profit by 100, profit percent into cost price, it is 15,750. So if I simply solve this one, it will be 110 by 100 into 15, 750, 10, 10 from where? So they are left 11 and they are left 1575. 1575. So if I multiply it with 11, it will be 1575, 5, 7 plus 5, it is 12, 2, 1 in my hand, 12, 13, 3 again, 1 in my hand, 5, 6, 7. So it will be 17,325, 17,325, 17,325. It is 17,325. 11 into 1575, it is 17,325. So this is our SP, this is the cost price, this is the profit percent. So this is the SP. So question is to find the cost of each tool. That means how many tools were there? 125. That means SP of each tool will be this one divided by 125. Therefore SP of each tool, selling price of each tool will be equals to rupees, this one 17,325 divided by 125. 125. It will be, if I simply divide this one, it will be you divide this one, it will be 1 8 60. Yes, so this is the answer, 138.60. so if you simply divide, you will get this one. So now our next exercise number 9E. So before this, this chapter is about the simple interest. We'll solve this one, the problems related to the simple interest, how to find the SI, how to find the amount. So there first of all comes what is principal. So any amount, if for example if I borrow you rupees 100, for example I am giving you rupees 100, so this will be your principal. If I say you that you return it after 1 year, that means time will be 1 year. And if I say that you return it after 1 year, but you have to give me rupees 10 extra, so that will be your simple interest, it will be rupees 10. If I say you take 100 rupee, you return it after 1 year, but you have to give me rupees 10 extra, so this will be your interest, it will be rupees 10. So in question there will be rate of interest will be given, 5%, 10%, like this rate will be given. So you have to solve this one, you will get the answer. So we know the formula of simple interest, SI equals to PRT by 100. P is the principal, R is the rate, T is time, divided by 100. From there you will get one amount, you will get one value, and total amount will be what the person will return. It will be equals to principal plus simple interest, principal plus SI. So amount will be this one plus SI. SI if it is rupees 10, then at last he has to return me amount. 100 I gave him, he has to pay me rupees 10 extra. That means amount will be 110. So this will be the amount. So we will solve the sum of this exercise. Exercise number 9A. Exercise 9A. Question number 1. Find the simple interest and the amount of simple interest in problems up to from 1 to question number 4. You have to solve these 4 sums, and you have to take out the simple interest and amount. So all of them are same. I will do question number 1. You see, it is given. Given, not you write here. Principal P equals to rupees, it is given 884. Time T is given as how many years? 2 years. And rate of interest, rate R is given as 5%. 5%. So we know the formula. Simply first of all we will find the simple interest. SI will be PRT by 100. So we know the value of P, it is 184 into rate, you know it is 5, and time it is 2 years, divided by 100. So if I simply cancel this one, 2 50s are 5 10s are. So they are 184 divided by 10. That means it is simple interest is rupees 184 divided by 10. That means 18.4. And since I am writing in rupees, so it will be 40. So 18.40. So this is your simple interest. So now amount will be this one plus principal. What amount the person will return after 2 years? It will be rupees 184 plus 18.40. therefore amount equals to principal plus SI. Principal it is rupees, it was rupees what, 184 and SI it is 18.40. So rupees 202.40. So this is the amount that the person will return. Now question number 2, you see, here rate is given as 12.5 per annum, but everything like earlier. So I do this one, you may get confused. So this one, same like this one, same way. Here principal is directly I am writing, principal is rupees 600. So it is 600. Then rate is given, time is given as 5 years, and time is given as 5 years, and rate equals to 12.5%. 12.5%. So if I convert this one into improper fraction, it will be 12 to the 24 plus 1, 25/2%. So we know the formula, SI equals to PRT by 100, P into R into T by 100. So here P is rupees 600 into rate, it is rupees 25/2, 2 you write here, and time it is 5 years, and you have to divide it by 100. So simply you give multiply and divide it by 100. So 25 fours are, then 2 300s are, and with 4 if I cancel, it will be 4 4 sevens are 28, then 2 left, 24, 5s are 20, 75, and there are 5 left, 75 into 5. So 75 into 5. So simply you multiply 75 5s are, it will be 5 5s are 25, 2, 5 7s are 35, 36, 37. That means rupees 375. That means rupees 375. So this is your simple interest. So now you know how to find amount. Amount will be principal plus SI. Principal it is 600 plus SI it is 375. So it will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 975. 975. So answer is 975. So question number 2 and 3 you tried by yourself. Same like earlier one. Question number 5, you see, it is given when Vineet deposited rupees 850. That means here principal is rupees 8,500. 8,500. So this is your question number 5. You see, here principal he deposited rupees 8,500. So that means this is the principal amount, and he pays rate given 18%. Rate is given as 18%, and find the amount he will receive after 3 years. Time is given 3 years. So here you got PRT. Question is to find the amount. So first of all you will find SI. Simple interest will be, first of all you find SI like this one. Question number 1 and 2 you find SI. It will be PRT by 100. This one into this one into this one divided by 100. You will get SI. Then you will find the amount. Amount will be this one plus the value that you will get. You plus with this one. You will get the answer. So now you do this one by yourself. Now question number 6 I will do. So question number 6 you see a farmer borrowed rupees 3,600 at 15% per annum. So this is the rate of interest. It is 15% per annum. At the end of 4 years, he cleared his account by paying rupees 4,000 and a cow. So the farmer didn't have enough money. So at the end of the year, what did he do? He paid rupees 4,000 and he had a cow. He gave this one also. So question is to find out that what is the price of the cow, or what is the cost of the cow now. So first of all, I will solve simply. If you find the amount up to amount portion, it is same. Then I will show how to find the cost of the cow. So question number 6 here, principal is rupees 3,600. 3,600. Then rate is given as 15% and time is 4 years. So like earlier, first of all I will find the SI, then I will find the amount. So simple interest, therefore SI equals to PRT by 100, P into R into T by 100. So P is equals to 3600 into rate is given as 15%, time 4 years, divided by 100, 0, 0, 0, 0, cancel. So they are left 36 into 15 into 4. 15 fours are, it is 60, and 60, if I simply solve this one, there will be 0. 6 6 are 36, 3 in my hand. 6 3s are 18, 19, 20, 21. So it will be 2160. So SI will be rupees 2,160. So now we will find the amount. Amount will be principal plus SI. Principal plus SI. So therefore amount, principal plus SI. Principal it was rupees 3,600 and SI it was 2160. So principal it was 3,600 and SI it was this one. So now I will add this one, 0 plus 0, it is 0, 6, 6 and 1, 7, 3, 4, 5. 5,760. So this is the total amount. This is the total amount. Now what did the farmer do? Why he gave, out of this amount he gave 4,000 and a cow. So since he cleared his account by paying rupees 4,000 and a cow. So therefore the cost of cow will be total amount minus the amount that he paid. So it was rupees, total amount it was rupees 5,760 and he paid 4,000. So it will be rupees 1,760. So this is the cost of the cow. It is 1,760. Now question number 7. Find the rate percent per annum. So here amount is given, interest is given, but you have to find the rate. So 350 yields rupees 105. That means 350 is the principal, 105 is the SI, and time it is given as 6 years. So same question, Roman number 1, 2, 3 and 4 same. So I will do Roman number 1. You see very carefully. Question number 7, Roman number 1. So here principal is rupees 350. SI is given as rupees 105. Here SI is given. It is rupees 105 and time equals to given as 6 years. Time is given as 6 years. The question is to find rate. So R you don't know, it is question mark. R it is question mark, we don't know. So we'll find it. So we know SI equals to PRT by 100. PRT by 100. SI we know it is given 105. So I'll write 105 equals to. Principal we know it is 350. Rate we don't know. We'll write R and time it is given 6 years and divide by 100. I will divide it by 100. So now I will simply cancel this thing. I will find the value. So you see, I can cancel this 0 and this one. Then there 5 7s are 35 and 5 2s are 10. 5 7s are 35, 5 2s are 10. And this 2 and this 6 I can cancel. 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. So now implies they are left 105 in this side and that side 7 and 3 left. So 7 3s are 21 and R left 21 R. So I will simply change the side. 21 R equals to 105 implies R equals to 105 by 21. 105 by 21. 21 5s are 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10. So 25 5s are it is 105. That means rate is equals to 5%. Okay, you write R equals to 5%. Therefore, you write rate equals to 5%. You can write it here. So it is 5%. So rest command number 2, 3 and 4 all are same. So now question number 8. It is also same, but here it is the question is to find the time. Amount given, principal given, SI given and rate of interest given are also given. But question number 8, here you have to find the time. So same like this, just in place of time you will write T and you will solve this one. So question number 8 I will show. So you see which one I will do. One so simple. Okay, let me do Roman number 2. There the rate is in mixed fraction. All are same way you have to do. So 8 Roman number 2 I will do. You see here principal is rupees 500. Principal is rupees 500. SI equals to rupees. SI is given as 105. 105. And rate is given as 3.5%. 3.5%. So this is in mixed fraction. If I convert into improper fraction, it will be 3 2s are 6 and 1 7. 7 by 2%. 7 by 2%. So this is the rate. So time we don't know. Question is to find the time. So we know SI equals to PRT by 100. So SI we know it is 105. Principal it is 500. Rate it is 7 by 2. 2 will be here in denominator. 7 by 2. And they are 100. Okay, so now I will solve this one. This 0 and this 0 will cancel. They are left 5, 7 and 2. So now I cannot cancel anything. So I'll write implies there are 105. At that side it is 5 sevens are 35 and there it is 2 and t left. 35 by 2 into t. So if I simply cross multiply there, it will be 2 into, okay, let me write this line, 2 into 105 equals to 35 t. So 35t, I will write it here, I will simply change the side. 35t equals to, and 5 2s are, let me multiply this one, 5 2s are 10, 0, 1 in my hand, 2 0, it is 0, 2 1 are 2, it is 210, 210 implies t equals to 210 by 35 implies t equals to 210 by 35. So 5 sevens are 35, 5 fours are 20 and 5 twos are 10. 5 fours are 20 and 5 twos are 10. 7 6 are 42. 7 6 are 42. That means time is equals to 6 years. Equals to 6. Therefore, time equals to 6. Time is equals to 6 years. So now question number 9. Randir donates rupees 5,000 to a school, the interest of which is to be used for awarding 10 scholarships. So on that 5,000, the interest that he will get, it will be used to scholarship. It is used to award 10 scholarships of equal value. That means all the scholarship will be of equal amount. So if he donates and earns an interest of 11% per annum, so rate is given 11% per annum, time will be 1 year, because after every 1 year the scholarship used to be given by that school. So time is 1 year, rate is given as 11% and principal will be 5,000. So question number 9. Question number 9. Here principal is given as principal is rupees 5,000. Principal is rupees 5,000. Rate is given as 11%. Rate is given as 11%. And time T is 1 year. 1 year, sorry. 1 year. So first of all, we will find the SI. The question is that the interest of this principal will be used to award a scholarship. That means simply if I will find the SI and I will divide it by how many students? 10 students. So I will divide it by 10. So SI will be equals to PRT by 100. So okay, I am writing directly. You write one line PRT by 100 and then you write this one. I am doing directly. P is this one, rate is this one, and time is 1 year divided by 100. So 0, 0 and 0, 0 cancel. So 5 into 11 it is 50, sorry, it is 5,000. 5,000. So 1 0 left, 50 and it is 11. That means 5 into 11 it is 550 rupees. 550. So this is the interest and this is to be used for awarding 10 scholarship. So since you write since the interest is to be used for awarding, since the interest is to be used for awarding 10 10 scholarships of equal value. 10 scholarships of equal value. 10 scholarships of equal value. So the value of each scholarship will be, this is the SI, that means 550 divided by 10. So therefore the value of each scholarship equals to rupees 550 divided by 10, that means rupees 55. So this is the scholarship amount, it is rupees 55. So now question number 10, in how many years will rupees 150 double itself at a rate 4% simple interest? So question their principal is given 150 and amount is given 2 times of 150, that is it will be 300. So amount you got, this principal also it is there, so if we subtract one from the other I will get the simple interest, and rate is given 4%. The question is to find the time. So question number 10. Here principal equals to rupees, it is given 150, then rate it is given 4%, rate it is given 4%, then according to question amount will be, amount is equals to, that means it I have to double this amount, principal I have to double this amount, that means 2 into 150, which will be equals to rupees 300. So this is the amount. So from the amount I can find SI. So directly I can find SI. SI will be equals to amount minus principal. Amount is equals to rupees 300 minus 150, which will be equals to rupees 150. So this is the SI. SI it is 150. Amount it is 300 and principal also 150 and rate it is given. So now I got their SI, there it is principal, there it is rate. So I can easily find the time. We know the formula, SI equals to PRT by 100. So we know SI equals to PRT by 100. PRT by 100. SI is 150. Principal is also 150. Rate it is given 4% and time we don't know. So we'll let it as 3. So simply solve this one, we will get the answer. Okay. Let me rearrange this one. Okay, to keep this one I can divide with this one. So 4 ones are 4, 4 25s are. So if I simply move this one to this side, it will be 25 into 150 and that side it will be 150 into t, that means 150 t. So if I arrange this one, it will be 150 t equals to 25 into 150. 150. So T will be equals to 25 into 150 divided by 150. 150 I can cancel. So therefore T will be equals to 25 years. Or directly you can cancel here. This 150 and this 150 you can cancel. That T will be directly equals to 25. So it's up to you. If you don't understand like this, you do it like full. You can rearrange, you can do it. Or simply you can cancel here also. If I want, I can cancel this one and this one. There will left 1, there also 1. 25 into 1, it will be 25. Okay. So answer is 25 years. So now question number 11, it is given that At what rate of simple interest will the sum of the money double itself in 20 years? So here nothing is given, only time is given, which is equals to 20 years. So I will let the principal as X. Let the principal be rupees X. We write principal P. So we'll use as P this one. So let the principal P be rupees X, given time equals to time T equals to 20 years. Time T equals to 20 years. Rate equals to, we don't know, so we'll give a question mark. So rate we don't know. So first of all we'll find the SI. So therefore simple interest SI will be PRT by 100. PRT by 100. Okay. SI will be PRT by 100. P here it is X. R we don't know, so I will write R, and time it is 20 divided by 100. So if I cancel this one, there are 20 5s are. That means SI equals to XR by 5. XR by 5. So it is given in the question that, right, according to question, amount is given as, amount will be double. That means amount will be equals to 2x. Amount will be double. Principal is x. That means amount will be 2x. And we know amount, formula of amount it is principal plus SI. Principal plus SI equals to twice x. We know the formula of principal amount. It is principal plus SI. Principal plus SI. If you simply solve this one, you will get the rate. So principal it is X, SI it is XR by 5, XR by 5, which is equals to twice X, which is equals to twice X. So I'll take the LCM there, it will be 5x plus XR equals to twice X. I'll cross multiply this one, there it will be 5x plus XR, 5 2s are 10x, 10x. 10x. So now you see, there also x, here also x. That means I can take x common. In both the number x is there. So after taking x, what left? Only 5 left, and there r left. And that side it is 10x. Again you see, I took this one common, x common. So after taking x, there are 5 left. After taking x, there are r left. And in middle plus sign, that means 5 plus r. So there are also x, in that side also it is x. I can cancel these two. They are left 5 plus r equals to 10, implies r will be equals to 10 minus 5, which is equals to 5. So therefore rate equals to 5%. Therefore rate equals to, there I took common, so it was x, and so this side x and this side also x, x into 5 plus r, and they are 10 into x, so I can cancel these two. They are left 5 plus r and that side 10. So r equals to this one. So now question number 12, you see, if rupees 250 amounts to rupees 285 in 2 years, so find the rate percent per annum. So here this principal it is given 250 amounts to 285, that means that is the amount. 250 is the principal, amount is rupees 285, and SI year time it is given 2 years. So This one you do it by yourself. Same like I'll do question number 17, high order thinking. The first part of question number 17 and 12, it is same. Same way you have to do. So I will do question number 17. From there you can do if you want, or you can directly, if you can find it by yourself. Question number 12 and question number 17, first part same. So I will do question number 17. You see same. Question number 12 is to find rate. So in question number 17 also we will find rate. So I will show how to do this one. Same as it is you do. Up to this question I will show up to how much. So question number 7, it is given. 17 you see, high order thinking. So question is that sum of 400 amounts to 480. So sum is 400 and amounts to rupees 480. That means 480 is the amount and time it is 4 years. So first of all, in this question also you have to find rate. Question number 12 also same. Principal given, amount given and time given. In that one also you have to find rate. So that's why I am not doing this one. You do it same as it by question number, looking at question number 17. So given principal, you write full principal, then you write P. Okay. Principal is rupees 400. Amount it is rupees 480 and time it is 4 years. Time it is 4 years. So we know simple interest is equals to amount minus principal. Total amount minus principal. Total amount, this is the formula. One formula is PRT by 100. Another one, if amount and principal is given, then you can write this one. Amount minus principal. Amount it is rupees 480 minus rupees 400. That means rupees 80. It is the SI. It is the SI. So now we'll find the rate. So I'll find it here. We know SI equals to P R T by 100. SI it is rupees 80. P it is 400. Rate it is given. We have to find this one. And time given 4. They are 100. 0 0 0 0 cancel. So they are 80 and their 4 4s are 16. So 80 equals to 16 R. So 16 R equals to 80. R equals to 80 by 16. 16 5s are. That means rate is 5%. Rate is 5%. Write one line. Therefore rate equals to 5%. So there I can find the rate. So rate is 5%. So up to this much, it is question number 12. But in question number 17, you have to do little more extra. So the rate, then you write therefore rate R equals to 5%. So now you see it is given. Another extra part is given. What will it amount to if the rate of interest is increased by 2% per annum? That means I have got rate as 5%. If I increase it by 2%, that means it will be 7%. So at 7%, what will be the amount? So now again I will solve this one. Now if rate is increased by 2%, so now if rate is increased by 2%, then new rate will be equals to new rate. Okay, so I have given this one as capital letter R, so I will write it as small letter r. New rate small letter r will be equals to, that means 5 plus 2, 5 plus 2%, which is equals to 7%. So this is the new rate. 5 plus 2, it is 7%. So now I will find one by one. Question is to find the amount at a rate of 7%. So first of all, I have to find the SI. SI will be PRT by 100. P into R into T by 100. So P it is 400, I think. Yes. 400. Rate it is 7. Time it is 4 years and 100. So now I'll solve this one. I'll solve it here. You see, SI will be equals to PRT by, now if I cancel this one, 0 0 and 0 0 cancel. 4 4s are 16 and 16 sevens are, it is 112. That means SI equals to rupees 112. So now we can find the amount easily. Therefore, amount will be principal plus SI. Principal, it is 400 rupees. 400 plus SI, it is 112. That means it is 512. So this is the amount. It is 512. So this is the end of this exercise and this chapter also. So on our next class we'll begin a new chapter. So if you have any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.